Hey guys, so today I will be talking about my Philodendron Pink Princess, or the PPP, or the Pink Princess. And this is what she looks like. I have been toying on getting this plant or just sticking to a ficus variegated plant, which I do have right there. And I do have another one that you can't really see, but I have a lot of ficus, and I just kind of thought, why not give the Pink Princess a chance? I got a philodendron right there. That's a scandens or heartleaf or sweetheart plant. And after having it for a few months, I've realized that I've gotten a little bit comfortable. I kind of know what they like and not like and things like that. So that's when I got a little bit more comfortable and actually got this plant. I got this from a private seller, and when you do get with a private seller, sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes they, it's not all the time they'll have consistency in regards to the same plant. And sometimes, depending on the seller, it just really varies on what they have in stock. Just because it's a private seller, it's not really a big nursery or even like a nursery itself. Sometimes that's just the gamble you take. So I will try to get the information down below. However, if they don't have anything at the time that you are ready to get anything, don't beat yourself up and don't be so disappointed. It's just that this plant in particular is a very coveted plant, and it's very, very hard to get sometimes. So, just be patient. And because before I actually found this, I actually reached out to a few other private sellers. I also reached out to like nurseries and things like that, and I just didn't have any luck. And I was searching for a few weeks, and all of a sudden a private seller reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have some available if you're interested." And I'm like, yes, I'm very, very interested. So I did do an unboxing with this plant. Unfortunately, I didn't do the vlog right away because now it already has a new growth that is ready to pop out. When I've only had this plant very, very short amount of time, and I think it's how I've been carrying her that the growth is really speeding up. Because I've heard a lot of people saying that they've had growth and the growth took them like a month to pop up, and that's not really happening on my end, which I'm really, really happy about. So when to me, when I have like a speedy growth, it usually is like you're making the plant happy. So whatever conditions you're putting the plant in, that's a good thing. Like the soil condition, the watering condition, the light condition, those are usually like the three things you need to take care of. She sits in front of an east-facing window so far. I check her every day to see if she's burning or not, just because she's right next to a window. So far, she's doing really well. There is no burning at all, and she seems happy. I think I just watered this yesterday, I think. I did use a regular potting mix by Schultz, not Miracle-Gro. Miracle-Gro is a completely different animal. If you use their regular potting mix, it's kind of okay, but if you don't know how to use it, like if you're a new plant person, sometimes they might be a little bit too much moisture retaining, even though it's the regular potting mix. So if you know how to use it, it's okay. But if you don't know how to use the soil itself, you might be overwatering or underwatering your plant. So just pay attention. With Schultz, I feel like it doesn't hold as much moisture with the Miracle-Gro does. So I like that part. It's a little bit more of like a mixture of the Miracle-Gro potting mix and a cactus soil. It's a little bit of a mix in there. Not a Miracle-Gro cactus soil, but a different brand, like really a fast draining one. So it's kind of in the middle, and that's why I chose it. And also I chose it because I didn't want to go with a cactus soil, because cactus soil is usually just completely well draining and no moisture left. And from what I've noticed with the philodendrons, they do like moisture. They do like some kind of humidity and things like that. I do have a built-in humidity system in my home, but it's not like a few feet away that's constant, like a humidifier, like a tiny machine. So that's why I picked the soil. I water her once a week, and so far she's doing really well. I don't really have any issues so far, so I think I'm doing something right. And she is in a 6-inch pot. So from what I've noticed, and majority of plants really are very root bound plants. They do prefer a more compact situation. And you also have to consider in the wild, when you live in a tropical area, it's humid all day, every day, morning, noon, and night. I've lived in a tropical area, and that's how it is. So usually a lot of times, unless it's a different setting, the root system is usually more on the finer side, and it's usually not extreme. And the reason for that is there's always humidity in the air, and so they don't really need to dig deep to get any kind of water. And it rains all the time as well. So the root system really doesn't need to go very deep. And I'm talking just about the ones for houseplants, because we're not talking about like trees that are just 50 feet tall. Those are different. I'm talking about plants like this. So I think she's happy in this size plant. And from what I have noticed, a lot of plants really do prefer a more compact kind of pot. For me anyway, you have a lesser chance of overwatering, and they actually are more like vibrant, and they're healthier and things like that. And I can't wait for this new baby right here to grow and develop and open up. So what I've kind of noticed from what I do feed this with my other plants, in the first few weeks or to several weeks, it will just adjust to it because they're used to a different kind of feeding, either plain water or probably a different kind of fertilizer supplement, or just a supplement or just a fertilizer. I fertilize and I add supplements in there, and I do see a big difference. And again, everything that I'm talking about will be down below, so don't worry about that. So what I've noticed is that in the beginning stages, when I get a new plant or I have a new plant, what happens is that they kind of acclimate to the fertilizer and supplements. And after they've kind of gotten used to it in about, I would say, close to month 2 or over month 2, that's when you see a big difference in the growth, from my perspective and from my experience anyway. A lot of people really fertilizing and supplementing is really a personal choice. And for me, I like my plants to be huge and thick and chunky and a lot of growth, fast growth, and things like that. I do not have a south facing window. Majority of my windows are west, and then I have some east. So with that, ever since I've had plants, I've always liked to fertilize them, just because I like them to be bigger. And it's not like every plant I have, I always fertilize them, no matter what. The only time I don't fertilize a plant is if I'm propagating them. You really shouldn't do that until you have a root system. I learned that the hard way. So with this, I got questions too, like, are you gonna propagate this and all that? I don't know. Maybe I will when she's way bigger and I'm more comfortable and she's gotten really, really lush and I have a lot to spare. Maybe I'll do that, but I still am keeping an eye out on more PPP or Pink Princesses that are in stock or will be in stock, or that I could purchase, because I would like to purchase another one and put it in a different side of my house. I put this one over, use the wrong hand, over here, right here. And it's an east facing window, and this is the second floor, just so you know. It's just that when you're in a ground floor or the second floor or the third floor or whatever, it's a different intensity of light. I'm just letting people know that I am on the second floor east facing window, and it sits right there. And this is my Ficus elastica ruby pink. And I have over here that you guys can see a Belize. So she's fine in that section. anything else that I've done with this plant, I have misted her once or twice with a foliar spray, which I am testing out with all of my plants. And I will do a review on that one once I see, you know, once I'm hoping about half the bottle is gone, but we'll see. I have, you know, tried it out with different varieties of plants, and so far I'm liking the results, and so far I've also seen some negativity. But anyway, going back to this, I never really like inspected very much on the stems right here, and it's more of like a very deep burgundy kind of color. I think the older ones become like that, but the fresher ones I think is usually more of a pinkish color. I don't know if you can see that, but on this side, this is more of a pinkish color. And then when you turn it on this side, it's more of a burgundy color again. And again, I'm very, very new to this plant, so I don't know why that is, but I am going to pay attention to that. And once I do know a little bit more, I will update you guys. But I feel like the only way you can really intimately know a plant more is experience, time, and if you have more than one of the same plant. That really that can really boost it, especially when you put it in a different kind of environment. Like they're never going to have the exact amount of environment, even if they're next to each other, no matter what. So you can always do that. That's why I'm very eager and trying to find more of this plant, because I have fallen in love with philodendron after my philodendron scandens, which I really was talking myself out of. And now this is my second philodendron, and I want to get more philodendrons because they're very, very easy to care for. They're fast growers. Once they start to grow, once you pick them the perfect sweet spot for them in your home, they will grow like a weed, like this one right here. Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping once this one has gotten acclimated, she's just going to keep on shooting new growth, and will just make me very, very happy, and we'll both make each other very happy. So if you guys have any questions, suggestions, comments, if you either want to send me a plant or send me anything, all my information is down below. If you want to connect, my information is down below as well. If you have one of these for sale at a reasonably priced, typically how much it's priced, you know, let me know down below as well. You know, maybe we could do something. So here it is, my Philodendron Pink Princess, and I love her so much. I actually had a choice between this one and a smaller one, but one of the leaves was 100% pink. I got a little scared of that one from my research, that if you have something like that, there's a higher chance of it will revert more to a non-pink due to the lack of the dark color, which actually takes the light in. The pink color does not take any light in. So it's just the plant trying to survive. So I feel like maybe when I'm a little bit more advanced in this particular species of philodendron, that maybe I'll feel comfortable in getting a plant with that kind of leaf to see, you know, to actually know how to keep the pink going. But for now, this is my first one, and I love her to pieces. I hope you enjoyed my Philodendron Pink Princess vlog, that you are going to give me a thumbs up, and of course if you haven't yet, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. Thanks guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.